On the left.
Don't touch it.
Okay. We are live.
Okay.
Put them to work.
Do you want to do a recap?
Who's doing a recap
of what happened last? You can do a recap.
Sure. Okay. We went down into a labyrinth. We managed to very skillfully avoid any combats that that I'm sure the DM was very happy about. We dodged like metallic bulls and dogs and stuff. I think there was a terrier. We met the League of Extraordinary Metal Men, or something along those lines, who didn't know that the 300-year ago war was over. So Bowden berated them, is how I remember it.
Wow.
Lawrence was very candid, as always. We then went to a spa there, because they have a spa, but no books, I guess. We went to this wizard tower, who was a descendant of me, or raided by a descendant of me, something along those lines. Yeah, probably the villainous one. We found a taxidermied hare folk. That upon the end of the session, I thought to myself, we maybe should have stolen and done speak with dead on it at some point. But that's shoulda, woulda, couldas. We found a lot of not gold, but I think black stars is what they're called, or something like that.
Dark stars.
Dark stars, which are worth 10 gold each, or something like that. 10 chrysos each. Sorry, my apologies. I got a blue dragon. We have some of the metal men are following us now, and we went through a portal to a city. We had options, but we went to the one that the wizard, who we kind of like, but is brothers with the guy who hates Bowden, is there, but he can't cast magic, so I'm not super scared of him.
Yeah. Happy with that recollection of events?
I mean, not the part where I got the blame for being an arsehole to a population of
idiots,
entrenched generational warriors, but
idiots.
By that, pretty good.
Yep.
I can't wait to see them in combat and just die.
You had an option of seeing them in combat, and you chose not to do it. Yeah. That was the thing. Okay, so you guys and your 21 members of the Iron Nation, or ex-members of the Iron Nation, have decided to go through a portal with all your loot. They're carrying the loot with us. Can David Bannon, can you roll a D100?
Sure. We also have a blue dragon, remember?
Yep. Bad run.
On a D100, how do I roll a D100? Do I have to roll a D10 and the one with 10s on it?
83.
Okay.
83. Okay. So you go through this portal. This portal has probably not been used for over 200 years. None of these, I think, have been through a portal before, apart from when you went to Moonrider's Lair. So you go through a portal, and when you went through Moonriders, it was almost instantaneous. This one, when you enter it, you feel like you're being dragged and turned and spun, and you can see this purple light coming. You can't see anything else. You can't distinguish anything else, but you're turning and you feel like you're spinning and spinning and spinning. And the experience, it feels like it lasts over an hour for you, but you can't do anything during it. And then you eventually come out of the other side. Can you all roll a Constitution save?
All of us.
What level are we?
5, 6.
5 or 6.
I think you said we were supposed to have a level up to 6 last time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I did.
I got a natural 20.
Unnatural 20.
13.
Okay.
$17.
Okay, so Bowden takes 1 point of exhaustion, but everyone else is fine.
Okay.
Standard.
I'm
Always
getting
Bowden.
sleepy.
Checks out.
Weak.
Bowden's quite disorientated, but as the rest of you look around, you can see like the Iron Nation members looking for each other. And so you can see them looking about and trying to count each other, and it appears that some of them are missing.
Oh, fuck. Scattered to the winds of time.
Right now, you're on a little beach, and there's cliff on the side of it, so you can't see over it. You can see lots of boats and ships out to the sea in front of you.
Well, at least we didn't end up directly in the city.
Sure.
How many Iron Nation people are missing?
So there's 17, so 4 are missing.
Dragon.
Badron is there.
Cool. He's
Well, I
only a
didn't see
little
that.
dragon. He's just a baby.
Yes.
Do we know anything about portals and what might have happened to them?
You can roll an Arcana check if you want.
So bad.
I'll help you?
Oh,
I'd be better helping you. That is 6. I don't know shit about
you've
portals.
been through a portal twice.
Yeah.
And if I'm allowed, which I may not be able to because I don't know shit about portals, I got a 15.
I don't think you have any prior knowledge of portals.
Yeah, that's what I figured. You know what, guys? I just wish I had prior knowledge of portals. I probably could have figured something out, but I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, you do realise that this was a very different experience than the one you went through with them.
With Moonrider.
Yeah, you think even though it's obviously a much further distance, you don't think that quite accounts for it. You think there was something maybe slightly wrong with this portal.
Is there anything
Disused.
wrong with us, or do we still have everything that we brought with us through the portal?
Yeah, you check your person. All your items are still there.
Okay, and we're still in one piece.
Bowden's been... What's the Harry Potter term? Sliced or something?
Oh, fuck.
Lynched.
Splinched.
What's that?
It's where most of you
Body
makes it.
Yeah, and certain body parts don't make it in the right order and things like that.
Oh, that's funny if I'd known about that.
Yeah.
When you described what happened to us, I assumed it was like that scene where they used the port key in Goblet of Fire, and we come like walking down with our little feet, and Lawton just hits the deck.
Yes, would that have been the case? About magic boat.
There's a fucking crater in the speech if that happened.
Yeah. So,
You to your mother.
did you want to do anything?
Noah.
I mean, we'll gather everyone back up. My only consolation will be that the wealth was spread out amongst everybody, so at least
I think
wherever they landed, and they've got enough money to buy their way out
Yeah.
situations.
So as you're trying to organize our nation and bring them over, one of them screams.
Oh god!
Oh,
It's just a dragon, mate.
Let's rush over. What's happening?
You rush over. You see she's at another member's clothes and the pile of gold that they were meant, or the pile of dark stars that were meant to take through, but there's no body there.
Bowden,
that's not.
Bowden, you're our rep man and our carry man. So which do you choose first?
I mean, I'm pretty much at capacity with gold. I'm carrying 200 pounds of gold. I'm blinking as I walk.
Oh, he's got one.
Oh,
Nothing you can say about. Oh fuck. Well, that's not good. I'm so sorry.
Need to eat?
I don't really understand what could have happened there.
You should get up and eat.
So,
do you know who it was?
yeah, Jono. So at this point, Eric goes about and he's speaking to them. He's telling them that they all knew the risks of going through. Their was certain. I stayed at the Iron Nation, and this was a chance for. It was one worth taking for them.
Is Eric also the one that went to go fight the metal things by himself?
He was gonna, yeah.
Yeah. Well, should we have a burial for the 4 that didn't make it?
No.
There's nothing to bury.
I don't know.
Clothes.
Let's have a cremation for them. How about that?
Oh yeah.
It's faster.
It's a
I would just burn the evidence.
Sorry?
Burn the evidence.
I mean, these people popped out of nowhere. I'm going to be super clear with you guys. If we end up on the wrong side of the Empire, I'm going to sell out that city.
Yeah. As you're suggesting burials and cremations, Eric says no, we reuse. And they start to gather the clothes, pack them away.
Oh, cool.
Well, I guess we could still make some mementos or monuments to them.
No, you heard them. We reuse.
Alright.
I guess.
I mean, I don't think anybody can even carry it anymore, so little piles of gold and dark stars, I guess, will mark their passing.
I think the Iron Nation were carrying stuff for you.
Yeah, they were.
So I think use what they carry, use what you carry, and then you use them to make up the difference.
Yeah, we did.
Because I think it was thousands of pounds, in weight of stuff.
So that's what I mean. If there's 4 people that have just dumped everything they were carrying, there's probably not in that. They can take their clothes and some of the small bits. There's going to be solid gold bars that nobody's got the strength to carry.
Hypothetically, I might have
on the beach.
Hypothetically, I might have some room. I'm gonna
because I'm not carrying any dark stars.
What?
I'm not carrying any dark stars. I have 58 emeralds and 150
I have
chrysos.
95,000 on me, so I might have just taken all of the ones that the team were carrying. On my person.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, but there's only been 2 of these piles found.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to lose any sleep over a bunch of dark stars that we don't really need.
I'm gonna kind of need everything.
Do we?
I mean, I definitely don't. But I got a lot of shit in my pockets. So most of it's just paper. I could do with a clipboard.
I mean, I suppose I could carry a few more if I dropped this pair of oars you're making me carry.
Oh, we don't need those anymore, yeah.
Is this the same as this boat?
I don't have my boat anymore.
Yeah.
You guys gave me shit about it and made me leave it, remember?
Was that because someone else can turn into a boat or something?
No. Can one of us
Turn
turn into a
into
boat?
Yeah, really. That's
We didn't need to carry a boat because we already had a boat, or someone was a boat. Could we not like
the ring of boat thing.
Oh, is that what it was? You turned into a boat and then walked us across the water.
No, I can make everybody Jesus walk.
On boat.
Although that would be hilarious.
Make
Form of a
ice.
boat.
And
Can we change
a trout or something.
just for flavor, not anything else.
Weird dog.
What is the
Everybody becomes their own self-propelled rowing boat.
Any sailboat on your feet.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Who's this? Does this need a cuddle?
Okay, so does it look like we're on a beach, like looking around? Are there houses? Is there any sign of civilization?
There's a cliff to your back. As you look out to the water, it looks like there's a really busy shipping lane at very least. There's lots of ships coming and going. Can you roll a perception check?
That's Daddy.
20, not natural. Oh, 22.
Yeah.
We can go to bed.
So there's rocks that go out into the sea, and you kind of see past them, but it looks like it's quite a large city. You're probably about a mile out from it.
Oh, so we're not actually right outside the city on the beach on the map?
Yeah. So it looks like it's a really busy city. You can see a large granite building as well off on the beach side.
George, on the map, whereabout are we?
You don't know.
Oh, no. So what? So I guess if we're using the map as north is north, or north.
North.
What do we see if we look north?
A cliff face.
Okay, and what do we see if we look south? A city.
A city, yeah.
East?
The sea and shipping lanes.
Okay, and west?
Cliff faces.
Where the f are we? Is
Am I alive?
left. So are we not on the map?
Alright, well, let's just start trudging along, right?
Well, he said there's a granite building just there. So
Side of the map.
Sorry?
You're presumably on the right-hand side of the map.
On the islandy bit. Or the mainlandy bit, I don't know. Okay.
we'll head to the big granite building, I guess.
There's about a mile of water to get there.
Oh, fuck.
So
We head up the cliff, or up to a high point, so we're not just on the beach.
Do you know what we could really boat in the boat?
That's what I was thinking too.
Boating?
Boating.
Rolls off the tongue.
So he's going to try to get to higher ground.
Is there a gentle path, or do we have to scale cliffs?
There's a section of beach you can walk round to see.
Yeah, let's try that first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also don't have water walk today, so we're going to have to...
Of course we're doing. Typical.
So as you're making your way around the island, you see like further into it, and you see more islands. They're quite large. They look like they're very populated, and in between them, so in the middle of the harbour, probably about 500 meters from where you are, there is this massive. It looks like a steel statue. It looks about 100 foot tall, and it's of a warrior in the middle of the harbour.
Yeah.
Do I know who the warrior is?
Yeah. So you recognise it as the Guardian. Do you want to roll a history check?
Yes. Anyway.
Daisy.
Well, if Lawrence doesn't know, you know who will know.
Natural
A
one.
lamp.
Yeah.
You're not even sure it's really there.
Yes.
Okay.
You're actually convinced it's an illusion caused by the portal.
We've had a busy few weeks, to be fair. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm tired and hallucinating.
We've aged a lot in the time that we've been.
We actually haven't.
Well, we've not aged, but we've.
The world
time
has.
in the world has progressed.
So you can see this statue. It's about 100 foot tall. It's made of steel. It's got a shield and a short sword, and it's in plate armor.
Just stand.
Appears to be in plate armor.
Got her phone in her box.
Good contraception, you two.
Lord, remember, it's called the Guardian, but nothing more than that. He's not even sure if it really exists anymore. So as you wander around the cliff, and wander around the beach, you come to a large iron gate. And you can see through the iron gate that there's a small harbour with some ships. You can see some people that look quite finely dressed in it. And you can see up a windy path, you can start to see buildings. They look quite luxurious. It looks like it's quite an expensive place to live.
Okay.
Well, that's more like it.
Iron Legion.
Yeah.
You guys decant your armor, please, and just try and look like people.
I don't have it. They're in like rag cloth.
That's perfect.
Is Bowden also full of his armor? Or?
No. My logic is that technically, according to the Empire, those people don't exist.
Oh, right, okay.
So drawing attention to them is not super. Although we also have a dragon.
We have a dragon and 17 stunningly wealthy Povos.
Yeah.
I thought did George not say Bogrel was dead?
No.
Did you not say that Bogrel was dead?
Badron, the dragon. He's alive.
Yeah.
Alright. I thought you said the dragon died.
Bogrel, the dragon.
Bogrel. He's full of shit.
I've not been good recently.
Doesn't getting paid, right?
No, yes.
Like, it was so close that we all knew exactly what you meant, but also so very wrong.
You're playing a very different game than the rest of us.
At times, George, I'm not sure I'm really playing. I think I just exist. A lot of this is happening around me, and I think I'm okay with that. So can we go through the gate lock? Sorry?
You're just sitting there with first edition Pathfinder while we're all trying to play D&D.
Woo, that was clever.
Yeah.
There's dice involved. It's basically a Monopoly.
As you try the iron gate, it's locked.
He just did a spin and a jump.
So it's too tall.
It's about
Is it
6
like
feet.
I just us? Yeah, okay.
So it's past the iron gate. It's got a keyhole on the right hand side of it. So it's 6 feet tall.
What?
Well, this is proper posh if they've locked off the beach, isn't it? They're going to be well confused when a bunch of ruffians walk up their beach.
We're gonna look like looters. We've got
We
17
are looters.
but we don't want to look like that. 17 people in rags carrying bars of gold and piles of
I mean, they might just look like our slave. Like you guys are wearing like nice armor. I'm wearing nice monk robes, and there's like a Odin with us.
And the dragon.
And a dragon, yeah. I mean, it's gonna look.
Pardon?
It's going to look all right. I think we look okay. They'll just look like our slaves.
Yes.
I don't think they're going to agree to that, so we might want to keep that between us. But we could just like.
I mean, we don't need to say slaves. We can say
Staff.
servants, our staff, our people.
Slavery is totally legal.
Doesn't make it right.
Morally dubious.
Legal?
Okay, so we're stuck on the beach. We can't get through the gate. Does anyone have lockpicks?
Lawrence, for sure, has the capacity.
Nope.
I think picking it is far better than picking it down.
Gate.
I don't have lockpicks.
It's a 6-foot gate.
Oh, I have lockpicks. How do I use lockpicks? What?
It's
I have a
6-foot
secret
gate. You
key.
stole the cliff face the last section.
Sorry?
It's a 6-foot gate. You scaled the cliff face last session.
Yeah, but
I'd much rather walk through a gate than climb it with gold. Like, Bowden's practically causing an earthquake every step he takes. You could throw him at the gate.
That's a
Give a
nasty
good
way
run.
of saying he's fat, Honshu.
I feel like I can definitely take this gate down. I don't think we should make a big scene of vandalizing the clearly wealthy neighborhood.
What is this gate?
Evolve. It's just a gate to the beach. We're in a proper posh neighborhood. There's a gate on their beach. And it's locked, so we need to get through it to get up to the town.
I see.
We're suggesting we lockpick it.
Is there anybody? There's nobody guarding this gate. It's just
So, Lawrence has seen Ant-Man.
No.
I'm gonna pour some water into the lock, and then I'm gonna shape water into ice and bust that lock.
Okay, so as you do it, the lock bursts, and you hear an alarm similar to the one that you have with your stone set.
Dang it.
And in about 30 seconds, 10 armed men run down to you. And they look like they get a formation.
Talk about winter's coming, man. God, it's so cold.
What, Josh?
What did that alarm sound like?
So they have an alarm system that they can set off with rocks and a fire. That if someone crosses the boundary, it sets off a bell.
Oh, that's cool.
It makes a similar noise to that. So you've got 10 armed men now with spears and shields blocking the path.
I think that's on the floor, Sweet Pea.
Well, what happens if we just try and walk towards?
death.
We just want to get off this beach.
Spiky death.
Are you saying that to them?
I have no idea
we
what
just
the
want
fuck country pizza.
Yeah, let's say that to them. Like, hey, we just want to get off the beach.
Okay. One towards the front shouts back at you. Who are you? How did you get here?
I am Honshu. That's a very good question.
We're from one of the many shipwrecks that Moonrider the god that summons hurricanes has caused.
Are we acknowledging that now?
Yeah.
Not here.
Sorry?
They say Moonrider stays in the dry bay. This is not the dry bay.
You think gods stay in one place? Why would we build temples all over the place if that was true? Come on, man, use your head.
Explain how we got here.
Another one shouts for under arrest.
Alright. I didn't want to do this, guys. But I'm actually a knight of Splin. Alright, so our documents are all in order. Goodbye. Thank you for doing your job.
Financial documents.
Sorry? You'll show them my documents.
Okay, so one of them steps forward to inspect the documents.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he goes back to the one that looks in charge, and they're speaking, and they look a bit confused by the situation.
Yeah.
And they're not really sure what to do.
It's just above your pay grade, lads. Don't worry. We've all been there.
Yeah, you can see there's a bit of commotion. Another one gets sent off to run back up the path.
Seems like a good use of resources.
And one says, we'll need you to hold their Knights of Split.
I mean, as long as you don't keep us waiting all day, it has been a trying couple of.
How about we meet in the middle? How about I stay with you guys, and the other two knights with my employ can get into the city and conduct our business, and hopefully we can get out of your hair lickety split. Lickety split.
No, you'll have to wait here.
All right, fine, fair enough.
Okay. So about 15 minutes pass. And you see a very large armored knight come down the stairs. About 7 foot tall. Yeah, and he's walking towards you. You recognise it as Sir Raelith, the person that was Cyprus's attendant.
He doesn't like us very much. This might not go our way.
He doesn't like me very much. Bowden and Pipkin are fine. You two now have to handle this.
He doesn't know me.
No, he doesn't know you. But you're my slave.
I'm not your slave. You pay me. I'm not your slave.
Oh, you're my merc. The other ones are my slaves. It's all the same.
Yeah.
I'll wave to him and acknowledge him quite pleasantly. It's been a long time.
He says, "Hello, Sir Bowden, another unlanded Knights of Splin." He looks back at your rag. What is it?
There was a thumbs up on my face.
Yeah, there was somebody.
Yeah,
That was so weird.
Was that you?
No.
Weird. Sorry,
maybe someone
George.
trying to speak to you about it. So he says, "Welcome to New Verdicam, Sir Bowden, and other unlanded Knights of Splin." And he stares at Lawrence as he says that.
Good to see you.
It's a pleasure.
You see him very deliberately looking over you to the people behind you.
We have picked
You'd
up.
be making a bit of theatre of it because you quite easily do that anyway, being 7 foot tall and a few steps up from you.
He's 7 foot. I'm 7'3", so fuck him. He does have to look up.
You got
That's what you
midgets.
tell him.
Um,
I'm 6'4".
To be fair, we're also on the beach and they're up a hill.
Don't remind
He
him of
says,
that.
who are your companions?
I'm
Jason,
Honshu.
does everyone know his play as well?
These are a merc group that we gathered from Splin again.
Dorchester.
That's all.
He looks at them and he's staring down. He's like, you can see he's thinking, he's deep in thought, and he's
It's a fairly new group. It's actually been established by my companion there. We represent the Knights of my hotel.
yeah. He then
Literally yesterday.
he then sees the dragon.
Also
That's our
picked up
answer.
yesterday.
And he points at it. And he says there's much explaining to do.
Yeah. We need some time to basically regroup.
Thought you were going to say get our story straight there in a panic.
We just want to relax for a little bit.
As you
rough.
can see, we're run a bit ragged. It's been a long trip since we last saw you. Although, perhaps longer for you. There's, yeah, a lot to work out.
And we obviously had no intention of bringing a dragon into the city.
I'm going to arrange a ship for you. You're going to have to wait here for the next half hour, so we'll take you into the other island.
You're really cutting into our day.
That's not too bad. I'm happy to wait.
Already waited 15 minutes.
Thank you. We really appreciate your help.
I appreciate yours, Lawrence.
Huh?
He looks at Lawrence and he says, "Your options are to wait or come back the way you came."
Well, one of them isn't possible, so I suggest
Wait, it is.
30 minutes for the nice man to bring us a boat.
Guess you're not going to want us to.
So as you're waiting, you see more guards organize themselves up the path. About 5 minutes in, there appears to be 20 or 30 guards now around.
Crazy. Making so much noise.
Why does this happen with us every time?
Pardon?
Every time we go to a city, we meet a couple of guards, I speak, and then a mountain of guards come. Every time.
Do you think it's unreasonable given what's happened?
It is a deterrent.
I'm just saying, I'm seeing a pattern.
They're also at war. They're not just going to let
we were on their side. Probably. Haven't really decided.
Oh, with the flying monkeys here? Is that who they're at war with?
Hmm. And the South
hordes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Raylith reappears after about 30 minutes. And he says, "I've arranged for you to see Scythus."
He's arranged for us what?
To see Scythus.
He's the lord of the place.
Oh, good. That'd be nice. We'll get some food.
He's alright.
He's alright.
I mean, he's nice enough.
Okay. So, can we go with them?
Yeah. So they follow you through. There's guards clearly protecting the upper houses. They want their station clearly to block you from going up that way and just direct you to the small harbour across it. So you board quite a small ship. It looks like it could probably carry about 50 people. And it sets sail to take you over to another island. As you're traveling over, you realise quite the scale of the city. It's like nothing you've ever seen before. Port Ajan was like very large. It was a very large city, but this appears. The harbour's far busier. As you're going through the harbour, it appears to be there's thousands of ships moving about in and out of the city. One of the islands, the houses appear to be floating. There doesn't appear to be land directly under them. They appear to be suspended on bridges across pieces of land, and that's all that's holding them up. You sail between two islands, and then you look like you're heading towards this dark grey stone building. It looks like it's some sort of fort or a jail.
Hang on. Why are we going to jail?
Who are you asking that to?
Big boy.
He just says in his really low voice, and you know he struggles to speak. He says War Council.
Are we at war?
Yes.
I meant me and him.
He just looks at you and says you'd lose.
Well, we might find out.
So how many people are on the ship right now? Us and all of the guards.
There's you guys, and then there's the crew of the ship, which is about 10 people sailing it, and just Sir Raylith himself.
Did we leave our Iron Nation people on the beach?
No, they're on the ship with you. All 17 of them in their rags with their iron spears.
Okay, that's fine.
All their worldly possessions. So you eventually come to the island. It looks more just like a rock in the harbour. The building appears to have 40-foot walls. It's got a very small harbour. It's got a very small docking bit part for it. Into drawbridge comes land. You see that all the windows have iron bars on them. It does appear to be a jail that you are walking into.
This doesn't feel good.
Should we kill everyone on the ship?
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't say we kill everyone. We should at least leave the Iron Legion alive.
What we want to do is signaling for you to come in.
I mean, they haven't taken our weapons or anything yet.
I'll go first. Yeah.
Are you keeping?
I'll lead the way.
So, as you walk in, you look above the drawbridge. There appears to be a lot of archers stationed up there. They don't appear to be at the ready for anything, but you see about 20 men in the gate.
Okay. Well, we're committed at this point, so we may as well just follow him.
I mean, I reckon
like a coward. I agree.
Fairly truthful. This is just the most secure fortress location for.
That is true. We probably won't get attacked by monkeys.
Yeah.
So he's not saying much, which isn't really out of character for him. So Josh was attacking him as a kid, and he really struggles to speak. It hurts him quite a lot to speak, so he normally doesn't say much. So it's not really out of character for him to be quite quiet.
I get that.
So as he's leading you through what appears to be a sort of a labyrinth-like series of walls. So it looks like it is well defended. It's like designed in a way to stop attackers. And every so often you look up and you see more archers stationed throughout it. Takes you about 15 minutes to come to another gate that gets raised as you enter it.
Well, on the plus side, this feels less like a jail now.
Yeah. So you enter there.
I'm going to give everyone in the Iron Legion one Chrysos and tell them they're now in my employ.
So he leads you down this corridor for about 5 minutes, and then he hits a brick on the wall.
No, but they're doing conscriptions.
So he hits the brick on the wall, and then you hear sort of mechanical grinding as that wall shifts over.
You get out of that?
And the new passage
under
very windy
contract from
stairs. It takes you about 20 minutes to get up the stairs. You imagine you went up about 20 flights of stairs. The reason it's taken so long is because it's very narrow. At times you struggle to get through it. He's really struggling because of his size, so Odin, you're having to squeeze through some sections of it. The stairs are also really uneven. They're different sizes and different lengths. Odin knows that castles are designed in this way specifically to stop invaders, is to stop people from running up and down stairs. So it seems like it's a very secure position. And he then eventually come to this wooden door. He opens the door, and through a large round table, it's got a map of the continent on it. There's small figurines that look like it's armies that they've set out battle plans on. In the room, you see Cyphus. You see Berlin, that you met early on in Port Ajan, and you see the Prince of Adan that you saw in the tunnel.
Well, this is very Game of Thrones, isn't it?
And then there's a few other used to be gnolls there. You also see Lady Clara's mother, whose name I've forgotten.
Who's this?
Caspian. Kara's brother Caspian. You see him there as well.
Stop.
Well, that should be a good thing, right? You guys like Kara.
We don't like Caspian.
Yeah.
Oh, we hate Caspian.
Also, yeah, he's a dick.
On the fireplace.
Is that the one? That's the right one?
I mean,
on the fireplace.
Yeah.
On the fireplace, sitting on the top of the fireplace,
Bless you.
in the corner of your room, you see 10 armored sparrows.
No.
Armored sparrows.
Go lie down.
10 armored sparrows.
No, where's your car?
And there's also miraculous made up the stairs.
What are armored sparrows for?
Spying.
Okay. Do you want to ask anything, or will they just get conversation?
I mean, I think Bowden would have blurted out what are armored sparrows for when he went in. No filter there. Just, what are those?
Okay. So you hear what sounds like a projected voice. You look to one of the seats on the table, and there's a seat, and it's piled up with cushions. And then there's a very small man who's a thimble person, and he's about 4 inches tall. Looks like he's wizard's robes, and he projects voice using magic because it seems unworldly loud. And he says, "Raiders of my tower."
They're the whats of his tower?
He says, "They're mine, raiders of my tower."
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And he looks at you and he says, "How did you get the Dragon Factory to work?"
Why is he mad?
Who knows?
It was just there?
Yeah, I mean, it was mainly luck.
Which one makes you confess?
I don't think we did anything.
He then signals over a sparrow, he climbs it, and he flies up on the sparrow, and it's hovering around you almost like inspect you.
Just
and inspect
grab one of them. Stop.
Well, say good night, Daddy. I know it's bedtime. Say good night.
Take this.
He's looking at you, and he says, "I see you have my gems
Nuh-uh.
and my gold."
Nuh-uh.
Whoa. Is this Zebo?
Who is he? Who's this guy? Why does he think he can take my stuff?
This is the guy whose tower we found.
Oh, cool. So you've got the deed to the tower then, and all this can be legally dealt with since we're Knights of Splin. And you are the owners, right? Trying to claim our loot.
Possessions.
Loot until proven.
Yeah.
It was a very abandoned tower. Full of the enemy, I might add. So are you absolutely sure that you want to have owned the place?
I would also say...
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really know how we got the factory to work. The dragon was just
Good night.
in there. It's more of a rescue than a making it work.
So he's looking around and he's hovering about, and he says, "How did you get the feather?"
The what?
DM.
This is the feather. That's why we didn't do it in the first place. How did you get the feather?
Can you remind me, did we do anything with the feather?
I'll be honest, mate, I got no idea what you're talking about.
It says the Shetland Pegasus feather.
Oh, we certainly have never seen that feather before.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
So he hovers over to Honshu and he's like, then how did you get the dragon without the feather? That's why we didn't get the dragons in the first place, because we didn't get the feathers.
Hang the fuck on, because I got the dragon.
In your tower. How did you get the dragon?
It's not his tower. His story's full of holes.
Lawrence, calm down.
He's trying to take my stuff.
We could give him a dragon.
We can't. That's my stuff.
I mean, we don't know anything about Rashad the Pegasus feather or any feather.
So who started the dragon factory then?
Zone of Truth us.
I
don't know what that is. Never mind.
Like, this is David. Is my memory wrong? I thought we stumbled across that dragon barely alive in there. And rescued
speaking as David as well, I don't remember a feather.
The mandrels beat you to the tower. When you were outside, you saw a few strikes of lightning at the rod on top of it, and then you went in, you fought some mandrels, and you found the dragon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I did hands and things. We did some blood into a cauldron-y cup thing, didn't we?
That was after, because we put the dragon. We used the dragon to get in. He just wants the loot. I'm not having this, guys.
Our possessions, not
Did you
loot.
shout that out loud? Did you shout that out loud, Lawrence?
Sorry?
Did you shout that out loud?
No, I'm very confused about what's going on, all in all. Is that...
Yeah, we didn't do anything with feathers or anything like that. We found the dragon in there. We had to fight our way in past mandrels, but yeah, we found the dragon.
So he pauses for a second from the really fast speech he was doing. He says the mandrels had the feather.
Quite possibly.
Dude, stop talking about feathers. We don't know. We don't know. Sure is the answer. We don't know. If you needed a feather to get a dragon, then yeah, the mandrels brought a feather, because we did. We can go around in circles all you want, but I don't know anything about a feather.
The upside
nods,
is
then he said,
only those mandrels that knew about it, then they're dead. But if they weren't the only ones that knew about it, there's now nobody in the tower or near the tower. And I guess they could get more feathers. They found one, they could find more.
There were 3 eggs, and 2 of them were already... Oh, never mind.
Says yes, Badron would have eaten them.
That was the never mind part. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the portal that brought us. Is there something off with that portal? Because we lost a couple of people coming through it.
He laughed that you came through the portal.
Well, we didn't have a lot of options.
Oh, also
used in 50 years. That was maintained in 250 years.
Well, that explains why it was a bumpy ride. What happened to
You're
the third?
Lucky to be here. Pardon?
What happened to the third portal? We saw someone. Wait, do I know about this, or was it just Lawrence that saw this?
I don't know if I told you.
Saw the third portal, yeah.
So we knew about the third portal as well. Okay. So what happened to that? We saw someone walk through a third portal, but there was no third portal for us. What happened to that?
Nair used it to fight Thanos.
Oh, Honshu, you're telling him a lot of my business.
The purple dude.
It was his tower. He knows it.
No, but he doesn't know I see things and I'm related.
He can see your face.
I'm a very private man. I only told you guys about the truth because I got caught.
Weren't you recognized immediately by the people of the Iron Nation? Just on sight, they were like, he's fucking one of them.
Yeah.
Nah, he doesn't know. He doesn't know shit.
He knows.
Nah, he don't know. Was he the smartest man in the Empire? Fuck this guy.
I get that Nair walked through to fight Thanos, but what happened to it? Where did it go? Presumably, if the ones that haven't been maintained in 200 years are still accessible, the third portal should still be there. What happened?
Thanos' part of hell closed when he became a god. The realm that the portal leads to no longer exists.
Wait, who became a god?
Thanos.
Thanos.
Okay. That does check out, because Loki told Thanos he would never be a god, so it does make sense that Thanos would be a god. You just got the wrong one.
Stop. Wait. Lucy-Mum?
Are you enjoying this new canon?
It's into a TPK by getting the names wrong on everything. It's gonna get us killed just so that we don't have to suffer charge anymore.
Wait till we start calling you a half-elf again. Yeah.
Okay, so Siphus asked Zemo to return to his seat.
Wait, is this Zemo or Siphus that supposedly owns the tower?
Zemo.
Then I don't give a fuck.
The tower.
I don't give a fuck then. Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, fuck Zippy.
I hope he trips and stubs his toe on his chair. If there's any way for me to manifest that, I'm going to do it.
What's he going to trip on? A crumb? He's 4
own,
inches tall.
His own foot. His own foot. That was the ultimate way of embarrassing yourself. Tripping over yourself and then stubbing yourself just enough to hurt. Humiliating.
2 seconds, guys.
I fucking hate this game.
I do want to see if I can make this happen. Hold on. What spells do I have?
Bear in mind that he made the big tower with all the portals.
I don't believe him.
Shit.
I just don't believe him. Sorry?
He knows about it all.
I don't believe him.
But why would he know about it all if he didn't do it?
Why would the Iron Legion still exist if he knew about it? This man is a liar. This man has heard a story. His story's full of holes. He doesn't know anything.
But the tower was abandoned hundreds of years ago.
I am 40% sure that he is lying.
He probably assumed the Iron Legion were dead.
Or would be in like a year. No, I don't know if I've ever encountered a faction in Dungeons and Dragons that I have less respect for. Iron Legions.
They're not even called that.
What are they called?
Why have you brought this here?
Iron Nation.
Iron Nation. Oh yeah, Iron Legions. Yeah. That I will continue calling them the Iron Legion because that will insult them.
That was a meism.
What was it? I like it. Like I say, it will also annoy them, so I'm going to stick to it.
Why were we brought here?
Yeah.
Are we waiting for Lawton to get back? Or are we going to do the question?
Let's hear the question and how hard it is first.
Oh wait, we get a question.
See if you need help. Okay, so Siphus is speaking at this point. He's ushered Zemo back to his seat. Honshu asks, why were we brought here? Siphus looks at you, and he looks you up and down. And he says, I don't believe I've met you yet.
I am Honshu of Kanto. I was a monk somewhere. Under my master, who's in my lamp. We'll come back to that.
Oh, no.
I worship Mayatel, as we all should. And I am the bodyguard of that big loot over there who can't keep his mouth shut.
I can't keep my mouth shut.
Shut the fuck up, boss.
Outrageous.
Okay. It's really fucking hard to be serious.
I'm actually so offended. It's insane. By a true fact as well, because I should learn to shut up. We have different problems.
So, Cyphus tells you he's been in contact with Clara, and he knows that you have as well.
Good.
So...
Oh, wait, I thought her name was Kara.
No.
Is it Clara? I can't remember which.
There.
Oh, so
it's a silent L. It's an accent.
A regional accent. She pronounces it Cara, he pronounces it Clara. There we go.
So yeah, we're talking about the same.
Yeah.
That's important. Cool.
Okay. So he pauses for a second. He says, "As you know, there's a civil war in the Empire right now, and there's a threat of the Mandrels.
We are aware of that.
The Mandrels are yet to attack New Verdicam.
Lucky you.
We believe it'll happen. We believe it'll happen when the snow falls. Jespin and Port Ajan are set to have a ceasefire over winter that's going to commence in the next 2 weeks. So our priority now is to prepare New Verdicam for the siege."
Does that mean Port Ajan might send some troops here?
Not over winter, no.
Right. So that's all well and good, but that still doesn't answer why we were brought here. Or why the fact that we've been in contact with Clara, is relevant.
She's our boss, I guess.
We're her knights.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't necessarily... He mentioned the fact that we talked to her and he knows we've talked to her. Why has he mentioned that is kind of what I'm getting at. Like, that's
Just
not
say
an
that he knows.
I've talked to her.
Yeah, got it.
The Mandrels, and he pauses for a second, trying to assess how to explain this to you.
Yep, dumb it down. It'll be helpful.
There's a tear that allows the Mandrels to come from their realm to ours in much the same way you came through the portal to here.
Okay.
Our plan is after we defeat the Mandrels, we're going to have them attack us here. That's why we brought in people from other kingdoms in the Empire. And he looks around, and you can see that it's noble princes from across the Empire who know all be high level magic users, because that's how it works. So he says our plan is to defeat them, and then we're going to seal the rift, which will buy us 2 years. And in that 2 years, no portals will work. And it will give us time to end the wars in the Empire and fight the Mandrels. But we're missing a part.
Missing a what, sorry?
We're missing a component for the ritual.
What's a component? And why were we brought here?
Is Halmar here?
Halmar's not here.
Okay, and neither's Kada, I'm guessing. Oh.
No. So he says there's an orb in one of the mansions on one of the islands that belongs to Count
Noah.
Eros.
I love
Did
you
you say
too, buddy.
And when we say ore, do we mean like metal ore or like element ore?
Orb.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking we just left 2 down on the beach. Like,
You think they're missing a wooden ore?
A specific tree. It's one of those. It's one of those things you never need until you need. Huh?
They've drafted you in to get a wooden ore because across all people that
They all thought
all
another
these
one was going to
powerful
get it.
they couldn't procure one.
We've all been there. We all thought we were bringing the beer, and then there's no beer.
so what you're saying is it's an orb.
Or
Orb with a B, O-R-B.
Okay, well, we don't have one of them. Why were we brought here?
We need you to sneak into Count Eros's mansion and collect the orb.
Yeah, all right.
Is Count Eros the guy that just brought us here?
No.
What was his name?
Sir Raelith.
Aelith. Okay. Eros and Aelith. Okay, that's
Doesn't matter. His head's in the clouds. Anyway,
I don't get that joke.
He's tall.
Why is stealth necessary for this? Why do we need to sneak in?
Because he doesn't want to turn the orb over.
Okay, so
and
he.
Okay, well, tell us what you know about it, and why can't Zebo.
Oh yeah, the landowner.
Zebo?
Yeah.
Zebo.
He just sneak in, being that he would most likely go unnoticed.
Yeah, because I didn't even know who he was until today.
Excuse me.
We need someone. We need a group of people that are powerful enough to do it, but not so powerful that they'll be noticed.
Offense taken.
Well, that sounds like us. Stealth may be tricky. And I'll just jiggle a little bit and the clinking of metal everywhere.
He raises an eyebrow and he says you can shapeshift.
Into a boat?
Hey mate, you never believe it till you see it. It's crazy.
Well, on the plus, stealth is one of the few things I'm good at.
Yeah.
Okay, in preparation for this, we could use accommodations so that we can set our people up, get them settled, and make our own preparations to be more stealthy, like dropping off all our loud and clinky shit.
Go ahead.
Do you plan to winter in New Verticam?
I believe so.
Most likely, yes.
Yes.
I've arranged with Zebo that you, as payment for this, you can keep the loot you collected from his tower.
I would still like to see a deed.
Well, we already have the loot.
Yeah, this doesn't feel like payment if we already have it, and he's got no proof that it's his.
Payment in advance.
A favor at this point.
Yeah, I feel like he is being a dick, and you are asking us, which is totally fine. You all very powerful lords are asking us, not so powerful people, your own words, for help. There's nothing wrong with it.
An armored sparrow.
No, that's not what we want. What we would quite like to know, though, just before we do this, how quickly after getting the orb would we... would all portals shut for 2 years?
Good question.
Winters The first snow's due to fall in 8 days. We imagine we'll be attacked within the week after that.
Okay, so that's
probably in 10 days or so.
And then we're planning on closing it.
Yes.
So
he says, you can keep the 100,000 Dark Stars, the 200 pounds of gold, and the 50 odd emeralds if you do this.
And an armored sparrow.
Favor. We already have the loot. You're all asking for our help. Apparently, if we don't do this, whole world's fucked. I feel like the least this council can do
is give us an armored sparrow.
Is owe us a favor.
In the room where you'll find the orb, there'll also be 4 powerful magic artifacts.
Now you're talking.
You can keep them, and when Eros asks them to be returned, we will ignore his requests.
How do you know that the portal's going to close and it's going to work?
Another really good question, right?
Evil is this.
So the guy who I don't believe has told us this will definitely work.
And why does it only work for 2 years?
Do you not believe in Lawrence?
And I've only heard him claim things. I've yet to see him prove anything.
I've yet to see you prove very little.
I'm not claiming anything.
You're asking us for a favor.
Yeah. Because
now,
we're exactly the kind of people you require.
Where do you plan to winter when the snow falls in 8 days?
I'm sure we'll find somewhere if this city declines our help.
I wish you luck to charter a ship to somewhere else.
One can turn into a boat, I'm not worried.
I wish you luck to find your way out of this fortress.
Well, what, you're going to attack us?
Anyway, Lawrence.
Down the stairs, through the corridor for 15 minutes, out the front door.
Shut up.
I'm just saying, I don't like these
You're
guys.
done speaking now.
Have you just taken over from normal hostility?
No, I'm leaning into mine.
We gladly accept. Where can we set up a camp so that we can get to this as soon as possible?
Odin, I'll give you some time to discuss it with your fellow Knights of Splin and your entourage, and then he points you in the direction of an empty room.
What's in this empty room? Are there any windows?
It's just an opportunity for us to discuss.
There's barred windows, there's chairs set up in a fireplace, there doesn't appear to be anyone else in it.
Well, I mean, we're going to do this, right, aren't we? I mean, magical artifacts are right up our street.
Yeah, but we do need to discuss this.
Lawrence, what's up your arse? You have more wealth than you've ever seen. You're being offered so much, and you're fucking it up for the sake of not liking them a little bit. Have you lost sight of what you're trying to achieve here?
If we achieve what they want, my family are going to be tortured for the next 2 years.
No, we've got a window of time after that.
That's it, though. We fuck this up. We fuck this up. That's it. 2 years.
Oh wait, I'm lost here. Why does that have to be done in like the 10 days after we get attacked?
Because if they close portals, then they won't be able to bring my family back.
So what you're saying, dimension. We go get the orb, we hold it to ransom until we go through and get your family, and then we give them the orb and close the portals.
No, they'll kill us. As soon as we have the orb, they've got what they want. If we say no, they'll kill us. It's actually quite worrying that they're not just killing this guy.
Immediately go and get your family back, because the deal with Bigby is that we free his body, your family's back.
What if we?
That's it.
We can also maybe trap.
Easy.
We can also maybe trap the Rakshasha here.
Yeah.
If we summon him and then they close the rift, he can't leave.
Secondary options. Let's get your family back first.
Okay, but
this is a two birds with one stone that's all in our favor. We're getting loads of shit for this. We get to keep stuff we found that wasn't ours, even though we ran into the person who actually owned it. We get a place to stay over winter, the rights to set up our own fucking company with the Iron Nation. We get magical artifacts that we can steal from this person. We get rid of the Mandrill problem immediately before we get your family back. Then your family's back for 2 years of peacetime for us to establish ourselves in. This is all upside. And you don't even have to spend any of the money you've been setting aside.
I've been keeping... I mean, I will. My family are going to be back. I'm going to need to give them some money. But how much... Okay. Maybe a better question. How much stock are you guys willing to put into the Empire winning the battle against the Mandrills that we've seen tear whole armies apart? Because if they lose, it doesn't happen.
As you say that, you realise that no one in that room was wearing any Imperial insignia.
It doesn't make me feel better.
What does that mean?
It was meant to.
Does that mean they're not associated with the Empire anymore?
So from my understanding, the Empire is run by extremely powerful wizards, or spellcasters at the very least, who each seem to be able to work fairly autonomously.
Okay.
And all seem to just be given a city to run. But the two that we know, Kara and Halmar, aren't here.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know which way that tends to swing me. Sorry?
Imperial. Are they both Imperial?
As much as... I mean,
so
Halmar is this guy's brother. Like, if Halmar's Imperial, this guy is too, right?
Not necessarily.
Do we trust a group of people that are just extremely powerful, that want an orb that can apparently either end the devil threat or win it for them? Where the only two people we know, one is super evil and one is super good, aren't there to help swing our decision.
Well, why don't we speak to Clara now?
Can we speak to Clara now? Do you have sending?
Mm-hmm.
It's 3, I believe, or 2. Okay, do you want to send a message to Clara and just ask her what she thinks of... What was his name? Zeos? Zemo?
Could you send the message? Because I missed all this.
Okay.
Zemo.
Who's there? Zemo, Aelith, and...
Raylan and Cyphus.
Cyphus.
It's Zemo's plan, though, and I'm sure we've asked her about Cyphus before. And she likes Cyphus.
She likes Cyphus.
I think just say, hey, Kara, in a meeting with Zeebo, do you trust him? Like, we don't have to use all 25 words. And then we just go, miss you lots.
Before we send that,
Is that what you say?
is there anything else we want to add to that message?
Is there anything else we want to add? That was like 14 words.
Like, set task to rob Aelith, or is that the one that brought us here? Eros.
Yeah.
And do you know Eros? How about that? Lord Eros? Count Eros?
Count.
Probably a villain then.
So you know.
Okay.
Who is that?
A guy with a magical orb that can apparently end the war. Who won't give it to them. Which again, mark about evil. Or these guys haven't actually asked for it. We're either a merit gang or saviors of the world. It's one or the other.
I mean, another point just before we said this is Cyphus knew we'd been speaking to Kara, which means Kara's been speaking to Cyphus.
Not necessarily. She could have been speaking to Cyril.
Any of them, I
brother.
guess, yeah.
Maybe.
What's her brother's name?
Caspian.
Caspian.
So are we just asking about Zeebo and Eros?
I think,
and
yeah, with the context.
And have you heard from Cyphos?
Yeah.
Obviously, we want to make sure that we include the bit about robbing Eros, not just asking about him.
No, I
She
want
might
to
be like, that's a bad idea.
I'd rather leave her in the realm of being able to deny this if it goes wrong.
So Cyphus. Sorry, so Zeebo, Eros, and
Cyphus.
The Cyphus one is just, have you heard from him? Like, recently, if we've still got a word.
Okay. So, 25 words I've got, yeah?
25.
Zeebo missing since war. Don't know Eros. I speak regular to Cyphus.
Okay. Can you turn that without putting it on your food?
It's not
Interesting.
You want to ask her what she means by missing?
Away from my brain.
Because if he's been missing, who is in that room? Because if she speaks regularly to Cyphus, why is he not mentioned that he's working with Zeebo?
You got to detect magic in you?
No.
I might do.
I do not.
I can dispel magic. I was like geared up for combat earlier today.
Oh, do I have to spell magic?
Do you? No, dispel magic isn't what we need.
Why? Because I would dispel magic. Can you do air effects?
I'm trying to find out whether or not he's a demon.
Yeah, but if he's magically disguised as that guy and I dispel magic, then everybody will be in their true forms, right?
You know what? I dare you to walk out into that room full of powerful spellcasters and walk up to him and try to dispel his form without us getting blown up.
If we have... I don't know.
Do you have divine sense? I don't know what clerics have compared to paladins.
Not divine sense, no.
Did he say... She said missing since the war.
Yes.
Yeah, like hundreds of years. And yet Cyphus hasn't been.
Unless she just meant this war.
We haven't done the message, don't we? Why don't we ask her?
Do you want to ask her again?
Sure.
We may as well. We've got a message. What else are we using the messages for?
You want to just say, what do you mean he's been missing since war? We're speaking to him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in the next room to us. Danger, question mark.
She didn't say he's... I think, yeah, say those words. Danger question mark.
Dangerous question mark?
I love that.
Imagine wasting words and punctuation like
To make a fun. It's
you
just a telegram,
what
right?
do you
Stop.
mean missing?
Yeah.
Dot. He's in the room next to us. Are we in danger? Question mark.
Send that message.
Whose words are we? Just danger.
What's the message?
So the message was, what do you mean Zebo's missing?
Dot. Don't do that.
We are talking to him just now. Danger question mark.
She says, War of Conquest since Battle of Balvar.
She didn't respond to the danger question mark.
She'll appear in a second, like weapons drawn.
She says, he's very powerful. That's it.
You know, for being a really powerful leader, she's not very helpful.
How dare you? That's Bowden's girlfriend.
I am a fan of this person.
She is drop dead gorgeous, but that doesn't come into this.
That doesn't factor. She's a good egg.
You made that bit up about.
Yeah. I think, regardless of whether or not we actually do the quest, we do have to say we're going to do it.
Well, yeah, to get out of here, absolutely.
Yeah, so we can discuss this without them listening to us.
So
I don't necessarily know that that's ever an option in this city. I think we go with it.
So what did she say?
I can't see why they would want to involve us in any of this if it wasn't necessary. I can't see why it would ever stand to benefit them if the city were to crumble and fall.
They might just be a shadow organization that if we're caught breaking in, who gives a fuck? I mean, we're basically like James Bond just now, right? Like, if we're caught, then the country's just going to go, no, we don't know.
I fully believe that. But that's just politics.
Yeah.
You can't have the nobility of a city breaking into each other's houses. That's how you start family feuds and civil wars.
The problem we don't actually have loyalty to them, because using the James Bond analogy, he wouldn't give up his own government. We have absolutely no reason, if we get caught, not to sell out Zebo.
So you get a message from Kara at this point saying, checked Eros out, cousin of the Doge Republic, which is an island off the east coast of the Empire. You can send a 25-word reply to her if you want.
For free?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In that case, fire away asking about Zebo being back. And yeah.
So you just ask?
I'd let her know her brother's here as well. See if she knows about that.
Wait, Kingspan was here?
Yeah.
Oh.
So what are you asking about Zebo? If
she knows why Cyphus hadn't mentioned him.
So
you get a message back saying, I have no idea. Cyphus is now Doge Verdicam. So he's like the elected ruler. I've been in contact with Caspian daily.
So she knows
and then she
Sorry.
Like, she just says war effort at the end. She says Caspian war effort.
So she knows why he's there and that he's there, but she didn't know about Zebo. Well, I don't think we've learned anything other than.
I mean, I trust them slightly more because Cyphus is meant to be here and meant to be in charge. Her brother's meant to be here and is doing what he's supposed to be doing. Zebo's a bit of an unknown, but.
What was the battle that Zebo's been missing since? What do we know about the battle?
Not a history check.
Intelligence, this won't go well.
Natural
16.
One.
Okay, so 16. So you know the Battle of Balvar, it was the last battle in the War of the Conquest.
So he's been missing for a couple hundred years.
Yeah, so you think he's missing for a couple hundred years. You know that it was sort of the last ditch effort to it. So Nair, David's ancestor, didn't appear to it. And that is one of the reasons they think that the Empire managed to win. And because of that, Nair is known as the False Dawn.
Okay. That was pretty good for a 16.
It's common knowledge.
It's actually just shocking. I didn't know.
So
David thinks Balvar is an island outside the Empire.
Which it probably is. Does sound like one. Might even be that island that Eros is from. Checks out to me.
Is Balvar not the name of your dragon?
No, I think it's Balbag.
Badron's the
oh, fuck.
So
we're going to do the job, accept the terms that we're going to get to spend the winter here, put up our little new mercenary company.
Yeah.
Take these artifacts, keep all the loot we took, and we're going to go and do this little stealth mission to get an orb. And then
what are we going to do with the army while we're doing our bits and pieces? While we're off being all stealthy and Robbie, what are we doing with them?
Well, that was what I was saying to them. We need somewhere to set down and set up our camp lodgings.
Set up first, plan, prepare, maybe scout out the place. Is it here? The place is here that we're having a rob.
Yeah.
It's on one of the islands.
It's on one of the islands.
Okay. I say we have 3 days to accomplish this.
To Lawrence's town.
A day.
A day. So yeah, as soon as we drop off the orb, I think we should steal it, come back, get a night's rest, hand it over in the morning to Cyphus, and then immediately hightail it to your town.
Bear in mind, though, we only have 8 days till snowfall.
It's a day to your town. Yeah,
no, I'm just meaning in terms of rest.
Oh yeah, we're not wait weeks. We're gonna get on this. Clock is ticking.
No, hold on.
So yeah, let's go out and let them know that we will do this, and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll go back.
So Caspian then. So you just tell them you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Can we speak to Zebo again and say, where have you been for the last couple hundred years?
It just says planning.
What's wrong with you? Why do you just every advantage we have, you're just like, here you go.
Why is that an advantage?
He doesn't know. If he's
he's been missing for years.
Yeah, he's been hiding.
Of course he knows that.
Hiding.
Where were you not hiding? Where were you planning? Planning what? What were you planning for 200 years? That all of this bad stuff has happened?
Says it was foretold that Borta would return, planning for his return.
We've not ahead of that one.
Do we want to roll an intelligence check?
Not really. I've rolled 2 ones in a row. But alright. 4.
3.
12.
Oh, 22 as well. Okay, it's fine. I'll save the day.
Zyphos, can I also have a word with you in private?
What was the thing? What was the
What Pip can get?
modifier?
Intelligence, just straight
Intelligence.
Okay, hold on. Right. Where's the point? I rolled a 17.
Okay, so Pipkin, you've been told that Zeebo was in the last battle against the Empire, and he has since disappeared for 200 years planning. And you're in a room where no one's wearing any Imperial insignia. You imagine that there's probably Imperial people looking for Zeebo.
Interesting. It would be a shame if that secret got out.
Are.
Zyphos, may I have a word with you in private, quickly?
He says yes. And then he walks over to the room with you.
Okay. I may have something that may come across as arrogant, but please hear me out, because I do actually think that this could help draw the armies here.
Nods.
My companions, the fellow knights, and the monk. According to quite a few people we've met along the way, apparently we aren't quite normal.
That's who.
You're not here.
It was Cyphus that told you this.
Oh, I thought it was Vigby. That's good. I was trying to avoid saying it was a devil. That's handy. All right, Cyphus. We also have had direct contact with Borta. And in fact...
How do you mean?
I mean, literally the reason we are here is that he has kidnapped my family. After we stopped him in Splin. That's how we became knights.
He just nods and he's waiting for you to say something else. Do you know why?
I have theories, but the best I've got is if we are these mythical heroes of old, maybe it's genetic. Maybe somewhere down our lines we've taken him down before. After all, he's virtually immortal, right?
Unless he's destroyed in his own realm.
Yeah. If the point I was trying to make was, if you were to, once we get the orb, get the message out that we are here, I reckon Borta would send his armies.
So you see Cyphus point a finger at you, and he says telepathically, "I've seen inside you, I know who you are."
And you probably know more than me.
He messages you again, he says, "Leave it at that for now."
Okay. It's all right, like this. Well. I think you should apologize to Caspian while we're here.
Why?
You accused him of eating children.
I didn't accuse him. I asked the question.
He did not like it, though.
Well, no one likes being asked if they like the taste of children.
Which you've now come full circle back to. I think you should apologise.
No.
You don't have to mean it. I never mean it.
No.
Okay.
I don't apologise when I am wrong.
That is true.
I'm not going to apologise when I'm right.
Fair enough. I mean, you're wrong. He doesn't eat children.
I still have my suspicions.
Okay, fair enough. All right, yeah, we'll do that. We'll crack on.
How do we know that he's the evil one?
Where can we set up camp and bed down our traveling companions?
I'd recommend leaving them here for now, along with Badron the dragon. Caspian has options for you to get inside Eros' house. At this point, Caspian pulls a bag from under the table and he says, I think there's a couple of ways we can get in.
Do tell.
He says, you can take a potion of reduce and it will shrink you to Zebo's size and he can drop you on a sparrow.
How big is
Or I can get
Zebo's?
Zebo's like 4 inches.
Okay.
He says it'll make you small enough to get on the sparrow. And then he explains the side effects of it. And there's a chance you'll get a point of exhaustion from it.
Is this why you wanted an armored sparrow? Because he has one. Is that all it was? Okay, cool. I'm glad I got context because I thought that was just a weird Josh wanting an armored sparrow.
He also says, I've got potions of water breathing, which will allow you to breathe water for an hour. But a dragon turtle patrols the harbour.
Oh.
Jesus.
How tough is a dragon turtle, out of curiosity?
Crazy.
If you're a sense of scale, and the sense of scale is it would fuck you up. No questions.
No!
I've seen dragon turtles take down whole shit full of soldiers and men.
Option.
And then he shows you 3 vials of acid.
I was there. She pulled
And he said,
no, she was laughing, crying.
if you take these regardless, they'll dissolve any metal. They don't dissolve organic materials, though.
Any metals but non-organic materials. Okay.
So if he touches one himself, and it does nothing, and then he puts his finger on a coin and it burns through it.
Well, that's quite impressive.
Good to have. I mean, I have a preference to the Sparrow heli drop onto the island. That'd be like the most stealthy.
That is, how long do we stay small? Because if we're 4 inches, it's going to take us forever to get through the castle.
You can
also,
sorry?
You can turn back at will.
Oh, right, okay.
What if I fire you guys on an arrow?
Pardon?
What if I fire you guys on an arrow with you guys that small?
Sorry.
Pardon, Lawrence?
What if you guys all shrink and you all hold onto an arrow and I fire it in? And then I take the sparrow.
Why don't we all just ride sparrows?
My way sounds fun.
So
it sounds insane.
We can
shrink,
and we shrink down to his size. I'm guessing by shrink down to his size, me and Lawrence would shrink down to his size. Bowden would shrink to something slightly bigger. Pipkin's going to be like
they'd all shrink to that size.
Oh, well, that's cool.
That's bizarre.
How do we get off the island then? Do we shrink back down after and get picked up, or what's the play?
That's where the problem is. If you won't be able to use the potion twice in 24 hours, your body won't cope with it.
Okay.
So
Won't cope with it.
option. We use it to get
We
off
just walk our way out.
as opposed to getting on the island. So getting on the island,
We can just drop in. We have Featherfall.
And water walks.
Yeah.
We can just walk across. Walk across under the cover of night. Get onto the island. Have the sparrows waiting at a certain point for us.
Does this guy have guards?
When we need to get out of here, we're gone. I think that's the plan.
There's
I think we use this.
of Dark Island.
sorry?
There's a barrier of magical darkness round the island.
Yeah. This guy sounds worse and worse every time you say something.
This is true.
But you guys have dispel magic. We can just get rid of that.
Not without him knowing. If his giant army of darkness fog disappeared, I'd notice.
Okay. So what we're saying is we either can get on the island easily or off the island easily, but not both.
Yes.
I vote for getting off easy.
Of course
You would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense though, because if we're caught and we're running away, we want to be able to run away and be successful and not have to wing it.
But the advantage of getting on the island easy is that we're less likely to get caught.
This is also true.
If we go in loud and proud, we're more likely to get caught immediately and then not succeed in our objective.
True. Okay, you've persuaded me. We get on the island easily then. Then have to make our own sloppy way off.
What if some of us get caught?
Okay.
Like, what if we draw attention? While other people actually get in and out.
They all split the party.
We could use the dragon as a distraction.
They're wanting to keep the dragon, but I mean, I'm just.
Who wants to keep the dragon?
These guys. You agreed. I was very upset.
When did they say they were going to keep the dragon?
They said they were going to keep our people and the dragon, and you and Bowden went, yeah, okay.
Oh, I missed that bit.
While me and Naomi were like...
Well, maybe we reconsider the keeping of the people and the dragon, because we could use the dragon and the people as a distraction.
Yeah, we don't care about them.
Do you think they've got a couple trebuchets where we just launch them all over the water? Or into the water and just feed the turtle?
I'm sure our Smith could probably build some.
So just thinking, if we just throw them into the water like chum, we're more likely to be able to just get across without the dragon. Like chum, yeah.
Why don't you cast Water Walk on horses, and then we'll just ride the horses over, and then we can just jump off the horses into the water?
Yeah, but how is that subtle and stealthy?
I keep thinking of fun ideas. I'm sorry. Hold on. Sorry. I'm in the wrong mindset tonight. I'm sorry.
We want to be stealthy on the island and easy off.
Okay, so to be clear, the potions that we have are water breathing, but there's a dragon turtle.
Yeah.
Drink, but then we'll need a sparrow.
Mm-hmm. He can supply the sparrows. You just can't drink twice.
And it can give us a point of exhaustion, of which Bowden already has one. And what was the third one?
There wasn't a third one. You'd get the vials of the acid anyway.
Oh, and they burn through anything metallic.
Yeah, but it won't affect organic materials.
How is that going to help?
Have they got a sewer grate?
We still need to get to the island, though.
The outskirts of the island. I do appreciate what you're saying.
The island doesn't have a bridge or anything. It's just entirely in the middle of the ocean with.
I'm assuming it must be one of those ones that were floating with nothing on it. I'm assuming it's probably one of those.
I mean, also the acid would be good for any locks, any metal doors, any way getting in.
Yeah.
Well, that is true, but my water and ice thing did work, right? On the lock this morning.
Yeah, but it would be louder than a bit of acid quietly melting something.
Yeah.
Caspian interjects at this point. He says, "If you need the acid, just use it. It only says potent enough to work for 4 days."
Yeah, so I think we go small, get in quietly with the sparrows, and then we can water walk our way out of there. And if we need to immediately go stealthy while we're walking over the water, we can just drop water walk, take water breathing, and be underwater.
With the dragon turtle.
Yeah, I mean, this was a concern I had when I said my dumb horse idea. Is anytime we're over the water, the dragon turtle is a problem.
This is true, but we're gonna have to face it, either going in or coming out.
Do any of us speak Draconic?
No, I speak Common and Elvish.
Same. And Giant.
You always choose Giant, and it almost never comes up.
Is that like whale talk? What do giants speak like?
Ready to fight now. Come in.
Like,
it's just common, but bad.
Jormungandr from God of War.
No, but sure, I believe you.
Never played
it. That's a great
game. I do think Bodin is the best plan. Like, I'm not a fan of it, to be clear. But
I guess the benefit
I can't think of anything better
of getting out is if we all do the walk on water and then we split up, chances are only one of us is going to get eaten.
This is also true.
Like, if we leave the island from the north, the south, the east, and the west.
Fully split, not even just spread out over an area. Absolutely compass points.
Yeah, just that increases the likelihood that 3 of us are going to get away, and the slowest one is going to get eaten.
I wonder at what range water walking stops working.
Oh, as in how far away from you?
Yeah.
As the slowest one.
I'm trying to find it now.
It's me or Bodin that's the slowest, surely.
Yeah. What are your speeds?
I'm just starting.
My speed is just 30.
Okay, so you're both getting eaten.
Well, no, I can't come for both of us, right? One of us went south, one of us went west.
Sure.
Are we leaving right now, Caspian?
You can leave when you wish. The acid will expire in 4 days, though.
Is there a library here?
Yes. There's the Grand Library. But if you go to it now, you'll reveal your position.
Oh, so you don't mean it in the building, you mean in the city?
In the city, there's the Grand Library where all the books of the Long March were taken.
Okay. I'm just going to steal a dragon dictionary.
I think we just wait till tonight and then go. Or, I mean, what time is it? Morning? Is it evening? What time is it?
It's midday, I think. Yeah, it'll be midday.
So we bed down now, get a long rest, and get up in the middle of the night and go at midnight.
Are we wanting minimal casualties here? What are our opinions if Big Man?
Yeah, what's the rules of engagement?
Yeah.
Caspian just says, "Don't get caught."
Can't get caught if they're all dead.
So don't get
no witnesses.
Don't get caught.
So they can know we've been there, just not know who stole them.
We'll leave a little note that says Halmar was here.
Yes.
What could possibly go wrong?
Caspian looks and says to you, he says, "A lot's changed in the 4 years you've been gone. I think Cyphus told you an Age of Heroes has started. And we're 5 years into it now, so there's a lot of adventurers that are about as strong as you are. It'd just be another adventuring group looting a mansion."
Fair enough.
What would be the danger of us being revealed in the city? Why did you say that as a negative?
We won't be able to protect you.
Right.
Well, I think we have some semblance of a plan.
You speak Draconic.
Closed it. I don't know why I did that. Oh, I didn't close it. Here. No.
Okay.
Why on earth would I pick Sylvan?
So you can hopefully talk to a centaur again. Also, I think Sylvan was actually given to you because you're a Purefolk.
Okay.
I don't think you chose it at all. It depends on your background, so it's probably right. All right. Because it should say plus language. Let's just go and do what we do best, which is wing it.
How important was the Draconic? Lie.
Sorry?
I could lie.
I think he can hear you talking about lying, but it's not that important.
It'd be really funny. This is the line for NPCs hearing what people have said tonight. Imagine you get away with utter nonsense, executionable words, and Naomi says, asks a question about being able to lie about a language, and she gets called out for that by NPCs.
It's sexism, man. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, that's funny.
So then we leave.
Okay, Bowden, it's your plan, so you're our leader. Let's roll.
What level are we, right? Level 5 still or level 6 now?
I'm 6.
I need to update my character sheet.
My vote is that we roll out straight into a rest and then roll out under cover of darkness with arrows.
Okay, well, let's set up the library on the way then. Stop playing with it!
Even though we were told not to.
What do you mean on the way? On the way where? We're in the fortress. We're going to bed down somewhere.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. We have a plan.
Okay,
shall we do the plan?
You want to dish out the potions you took, Odin, by the way, so that we can all survive.
What potions?
What do you mean, what fucking potions?
I mean, what potions?
So you've got 4 potions of reduce that'll make you 4 inches. You've got 4 potions of water breathing that'll let you breathe water for an hour. And then you've got 3 of the vials of acid.
And bear in mind, Pipkin doesn't need a potion of water breathing.
Yeah.
I know she was going to take it, though. We're gonna fight back. Villain.
Well, I have very
Turns out
about using that. Accidentally killed a man.
I think the person who has water breathing should have water walk. No, actually. Give not Halmar, Honshu 2 potions of water breathing.
Okay.
Because you can cast water walk and I can ice myself.
So he's the only one that can't get to the surface.
Yeah, I think so.
Fair enough.
Are you trying to make sure I get eaten?
Make sure you don't.
Literally the exact opposite.
Fair enough. That is very kind of you.
Healing potions, what we got?
I have 2.
Did I have to give someone all their potions?
I believe we did divvy out your 8 healing potions, yes?
Yeah, I only have 4.
I have 2.
Dos.
And I've got the feral stardust as well.
I have 1 of barbarism.
Barbarism. Yeah, that was good. I used that.
I have 1 resilience. And I have 1 potion
I've
of
got...
invisibility.
You have 1 potion of what?
Invisibility.
Oh.
That's going to be super fucking handy in a stealth mission. It's going to be great.
I think there might be more potions of invisibility kicking about in inventories.
I don't have any.
I got none.
I don't have any.
So why did I have 1? Because I feel like...
Because we bought when we were initially going into the sewer.
And other people use theirs.
Well, he can turn invisible. So we did. We used 2 because when you marched out pretending to be Halmar and made that man kill himself, we were invisible and we're right behind you. I'm pretty sure everything I just said was accurate, right?
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know. You should check it. It's in the player's handbook, which is somewhere.
That's okay, I'll just do it.
Okay. Okay, so plan is we get our sparrows, we reduce onto our sparrows, we fly over to island, we try and land with the sparrows, but if not, we jump off, I cast Featherfall. We get in, we find the orb and 4 other magic items. We kill everyone, we get out.
I mean, if we can avoid having to kill anybody, that's the best.
Of course, we don't want to kill people, but also we'll kill them all.
If we get caught, yeah. Then we get to the beach and water walk, sprint our way across.
I'm not kind of fucking chest in 2 cases.
Apparently you are, idiot.
What's that?
Naomi's just looked into what's in a diplomat's pouch that she apparently has.
I'm carrying a chest and 2 cases.
Cases of what?
It's cases for maps and scrolls.
Can I get one of those, by the way? Because I had a shit ton of paper.
So do I. I have 5 sheets of paper.
Oh no, my paper's got stuff on it.
I've got a bottle of ink, a set of fine clothes, an ink pen, a lamp, 2 flasks of oil, a vial of perfume, sealing wax, and soap.
That's the most useless adventuring pack. For like 99% of adventurers.
It's like across the cavern, people are getting their ropes ready and someone's having a bath. And, like, freshen up.
I'd best freshen up.
We could have used that in the hot springs.
Oh, could have.
Yeah, we could have all gone and cleaned that.
Just
we'll have
lamp. I shall chronicle your mighty climb.
We'll have a bubble party in our house.
I imagine that the oil's not like oil for like a lantern, it's just like skin oil.
Yeah.
Like when we cleanse.
Mm.
Yeah, that's even funnier, yeah.
No tears shampoo, yeah. Mm.
Rose, like, scented oil.
Okay, so I'm just gonna read my Gnomish dictionary then.
Bone's gonna pass out. Do we want to engage in our adventure next session? Because I can imagine this could go quite late and we'd have to stop like in the middle.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea.
But we have a plan. Yeah. My phone's about to die and I don't have a charger as well, so.
Okay. Yeah.
When are we wanting to play next?
Okay.